This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news of the business of podcasting. Brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Tom Webster. Here's what you need to know for today, Tuesday, September 19th. Before I get started today, a quick note. Sometimes on The Download Daily, we'll cover a larger story with sources from multiple articles on one section. And as usual, all of the sources that we use are listed in the show notes and in the text version of the download, which is available on soundsprofitable.com. And this first story is indeed one like that. Also, you may hear wind noises and sirens and all kinds of things behind me today because, you know, it's a throw open the windows day here in Boston on the 26th floor. So enjoy the ambience. First, from Digiday and Ad Exchanger, digital ad spend showing promising recovery from recession fears. After many months of recession woes and economic uncertainty throwing advertising for a loop, signs are pointing towards the industry healing. Boosters' 2023 Media Ad Sales Trend Report and Operative's H1 2023 Benchmarking Report both show publisher digital advertising revenue is recovering from the advertising declines that started last year. Hearst Magazine also reports an upswing, and the EVP of Hearst, Lisa Howard, told the Digiday podcast she's seeing more requests for proposals from advertisers for 2024 than this time last year. According to Ad Exchanger's coverage of a recent Magna forecast, U.S. media advertising sales increased 4.4% in Q2, beating June expectations by 0.8%. Magna has revised their 2024 ad spend forecast from 5% growth to 5.6%, with the potential for up to 8%, thanks to the U.S. elections and the 2024 Olympic Games. Adweek does note that while marketers in travel, pharmaceuticals, retail, and consumer packaged goods delivered strong spending in Q2, spend was flat or slightly up for automotive and entertainment. Financial and tech sectors are still down year over year in the Magna data. As Adweek suggests, the digital ad sales, pulling out of a trench, might not be pulling traditional media back up with it. In ad news, the IAB launches a foundational industry training program, and that's in Australia. The IAB Australia has published 2 training modules for free available to the entire ad industry. The modules are Foundations of Digital Audio Buying and Foundations of Programmatic Digital Out-of-Home Buying. The Foundation of Digital Audio course covers the basics of podcast platforms, building compelling ad creative for podcasts, and leveraging measurement techniques. While the browser version is an audiovisual experience, the digital audio course specifically has also been built to be consumed as an audio podcast by ad agency Eardrum. Marketing Brew predicts that 2024 will see the highest political ad spend of all time. According to ad tracking company Ad Impact, the 2023-2024 U.S. election cycle is forecast to bring in $10.2 billion in political ad spend, a 13% increase from the 2020 election cycle. The prediction budgets $2.7 billion to the presidential election, $2.1 billion to Senate races, and $1.7 billion to House representative elections, with the spare change, so to speak, going to gubernatorial and other down-ballot elections. Connected TV is projected to make up about 13% of political ad spend this election cycle. $1.2 billion of the predicted overall budget is expected to go to digital, and $361 million expected to go to radio promotion. And in the rebooting, the State of Video Monetization Report. This new report is built from a survey of 165 publishers with the intent to capture the publisher's perspective on the state of video advertising. According to the new report, a new smaller pivot to video storm might be brewing, with 46% of respondents saying their video businesses are growing, but only 19% said video accounted for more than a quarter of their overall revenue. The phrase pivot to video marks a period in publishing so infamous it has its own Wikipedia page. It's understandable why one might be gun-shy about video given the past 8 years. But the Rebooting's report concludes on the sentiment that smart investments and not overspending on infrastructure are a way forward. better to mix internal and external resources in a way that works, rather than burn all internal resources attempting to achieve everything at once. Wise words. And for the rest of the news, SXM Media CEO Jennifer Witz teased the upcoming revitalized version of the SXM app during an investor conference, and Adweek breaks down why it's difficult for SSPs to filter out made-for-advertising content. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The download is written and produced by Brian Barletta, Gavin Gaddis, and me. This episode is hosted on Art19. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Tom Webster. Download us again tomorrow.